everybody! Happy Rosh Hashanah! Well, he's a very funky guy, the kind you're watching here right now. And I will never let your spirits down. Oh, but I'll make you move your feet, I'm alright. Happy Rosh Hashanah. I'm okay. It's the new year. And his name is Zemer J. Stop! Zemer time, Rosh Hashanah style, right now. Let's get it going. Whoops, let's try again. This is a hard shofar to blow. He's all right. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Shh! You must be quiet in the library. Ha 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 ha. Shh! You must be quiet in the library. Hello, my name is Anna. Row, row, row your boat. Shh! Ha ha ha! Shh! Is Anna. Row. Shh! Ha! Shh! Anna. Row. Shh! Ha! Shh! Anna. Rosh Hashanah. Tapuach, Davash, apple, and honey. Put them together, and what do you have? A delicious Rosh Hashanah treat, tapuchim udvash, so that we have the sweetest new year ever. Sing with me at home. Tapuchim udvash berosh Hashanah. Tapuchim udvash berosh Hashanah. Shana tova, shana mituka. Shana tova, shana mituka. Apples and honey on Rosh Hashanah. Apples and honey on Rosh Hashanah. A very new year, a very sweet year, a very new year, the sweetest of the years. Tapuchim udvash berosh Hashanah. Tapuchim udvash berosh Hashanah. So check it out. Should we go investigate why this apple is so special? Come on, follow me. Hey everybody, how you doing? I got my apple. Now here's what's so special about apples. They're just like you and me. Because my teacher, Sly Stone, told me that everybody is a star. And sometimes we need reminders of that. So check it out. Put that right there. Put the apple right there. Here we go. Let's see how the apple reminds us that everybody is a star. Look inside that apple. Just like you and me, there's a star inside of every single apple.
Going to Rosh Hashanah dinner. Delicious. Here's my ride now. Hey, how you doing? This is my chauffeur car. I'm the chauffeur. Come on in. Let's go. Hey, this is taking a long time. Are we there yet? Well, we've come so far, but still have so far to go. Whee!
Hey friends, so I wanted to make my mommy have an amazing Rosh Hashanah. So I got her a little gift. I got her a little tiny bitty jar of honey so that she has a sweet year. Little honey stick. It's got a nice little top on it. So I'm going to give her this, but I wanted to give her a card too. But I don't have a card that I can give her. I know. I can make my own card in the theme of Rosh Hashanah. I'm going to make an apple card to give to my mom. Let's go.
Everybody is a star. Who would rain and chase the dust away? Everybody wants to shine.
All right, guys, I got it. Got my honey, and I got my card that I made. Check it out. Looks pretty good. It's an apple that I drew, and it says, "To Mom, Happy Rosh Hashanah. Love, Zemer J." I'm going to put these together on her pillow. Boop. So when she goes to bed, she'll see it and have the best Rosh Hashanah ever. Making cool cards out of apples or maybe a shofar or even a dinosaur or something if you like. Whatever you want. It shows people that you care about them, and that's a really great way to celebrate Rosh Hashanah. Here I go. So, on Rosh Hashanah, we celebrate the new year, but we also celebrate the Earth's birthday. That's right. Rosh Hashanah, we say, today the world was born. It's the world's birthday. And we say that in Hebrew, we say, Hayom Harat Olam. Let's repeat after me. Hayom, Hayom, Harat, Harat, Olam, Olam. Hayom Harat Olam. Today, the world was born. Hayom, Hayom, Harat Olam. Happy birthday, world. Hayom, Hayom, Harat Olam. Happy birthday, world. Okay, now you repeat after me. If you were a kid, I'd buy you a cake. But you couldn't eat it. So instead I'll say, Hayom, Hayom, Harat Olam. Happy birthday, world. A happy birthday. Hayom, Hayom, Harat Olam. Happy happy birthday world. If you were a kid, I'd buy you a gift. But you couldn't use it. So I'll just say, Hayom, Harat Olam, happy birthday world, a happy birthday, Hayom, Harat Olam, happy birthday world. I know you don't need presents and cake. I wanna do something to make it great. So what would you do? What do you think about? How would you make it great for the world? Well, we got things on the world. People are on the world, so you can make it great for people. Plants are on the world, so you can make it great somehow for plants. The oceans, forests, nature, animals. There's a lot of things. Now that you've thought about it, let's sing. So I'll pick up my trash. I'll help out a friend. I'll say nice words. And I'll sing this again. Hayom, Harat Olam, happy birthday world, a happy birthday. Hayom, Harat Olam, happy birthday. Oh, world, happy birthday world. Happy birthday world. Happy Rosh Hashanah to everybody. It's been fantastic seeing you. Take care.
Hi everybody, it's Rabbi Guzik here, and I wanted to wish all of you a Shana Tova, a happy and a healthy new year, and to help us bring in Rosh Hashanah in 5782. That's the Jewish year. I wanted to read a story called Apple Days, a Rosh Hashanah story. So I'm going to read the story. I'll read a page, and then I'll show you the pictures. What are you looking forward to this Rosh Hashanah? Katie's teacher asked the class. Hearing the shofar, shouted Max. Chicken soup at Grandma's, exclaimed Abby. Katie raised her hand, beaming. Applesauce, she said, but not just any kind. Every year, my mom and I go apple picking, and then we make our own. Have any of you gone apple picking before? I actually did last year. Katie had even more to share, and I will have a new baby cousin later this month. Wow, that's a big announcement. Applesauce and a baby in the new year, her teacher replied. How exciting. What will happen in your family this new year? Katie loved apples. She loved biting into their crispy skin and discovering the sweet, tart taste inside. But she loved applesauce even more. Every year at the orchard, Katie and her mother would search for the perfect apples. They would walk the rows, picking some of each variety until their bucket was full. What's your favorite kind of apple? Do you like the Granny Smith apples? Or I think they're called the Pink Lady apples. At home, Katie would place the apples on the kitchen counter and her mother would start to peel. Katie watched as her mother's steady hands moved quickly in circles, unraveling the skin like thread from a spool. Then Katie's mother would core and slice the apples, and Katie would put them in their biggest pot. Katie would take cinnamon and sugar from the pantry. We love cinnamon and sugar in our house. And sprinkle them into the pot. Finally, she would squeeze in some lemon juice and add a little bit of water. Soon the kitchen would fill with the sweet smells of apples and cinnamon. Just thinking about it made Katie's mouth water. Wouldn't that be a fun activity? Making applesauce together. Let's make next Wednesday Apple Day, said Katie's mother, and Katie drew a big apple on the calendar. Katie told everyone about Apple Day. Soon her dad knew, her neighbor knew, Carla the hairdresser knew, and Sam the shoe store man knew. The principal knew, Rabbi Portnoy knew, and her friends Max and Abby knew. On Monday, she told her class, it's getting closer. Katie couldn't wait for each day to pass. Look at the pictures of everybody. You can see Sam the shoe store guy, and you can see I think her name's Carla the hairdresser, and you can see the rabbi and all her friends and the principal and Katie's whole class. On Tuesday, the phone rang and Katie answered. Hi, said Aunt Leah. May I speak to your mom, Katie? May I speak to your mom, Katie? Oh, hi, said Katie. Guess what? We are going. Katie, I'm sorry to interrupt, sweetie, but I need your mom now. Katie was puzzled. Aunt Leah always wanted to hear about everything, but Katie went to find her mother. When her mother hung up the phone, she turned to Katie. Your new baby cousin is coming early, so I'm afraid we can't go apple picking tomorrow. But Mommy, Katie cried, you promised. Tears spilled down her cheeks. I know this is disappointing for you, Katie. It is for me too, but I have to help Aunt Leah. It's your job to be a big girl. But we won't have applesauce for Rosh Hashanah, said Katie sadly. That sounds disappointing. Let me show you the pictures. It's always disappointing when you think you're going to do something, but sometimes things get in the way. But let's see what happens in the story. The next day, Katie's father walked her to school. Why so sad, the crossing guard asked. Isn't today Apple Day? We can't go, Katie mumbled. Can't go, asked Max. Why? Because of the baby, Katie said. Ooh, she doesn't look very happy. Max told Abby, who told their teacher, who told the principal, who told the rabbi. When Abby got her hair cut, she told Carla, and when Max went to buy school shoes, he told Sam. That's what happens sometimes. You tell one person, it gets all around town. Let's see what happens next. When Katie and her dad arrived home after school, they found a bright red apple on their doorstep. Next to it was a note that said, Dear Katie, I heard about what happened. Maybe this will help. Love, Rabbi Portnoy. That's so nice. Wow. I guess the rabbi left her an apple. And look at Katie's face. The next day, the crossing guard handed Katie a yellow apple, and the principal placed another in her backpack. Katie's teacher gave her an apple at circle time. So did each of her friends. Her backpack was almost full. Wow. What an incredible group of friends. What a special community. Walking home with her dad, Katie passed the shoe store. Sam, too, had a surprise. A jar full of cinnamon. Wait, Katie, shouted Carla from the beauty shop. I have some sugar and a lemon for you. Wow. What do you think is going to happen next? When they got home, Katie lined up 10 apples on the kitchen counter and tried to remember what her mom did next. She and her father stared at the apples, the cinnamon, the sugar, and the lemon, wondering exactly how do you turn them into applesauce? First, we have to peel them, Katie said. So her father took out the peeler and got to work. What's next? Her dad asked. Mommy finds recipes on the computer, Katie suggested. I do that too, by the way. And climbed onto her father's lap as he searched the internet. Next, we have to core and chop the apples, her dad said, reading from the screen. I think that's pretty funny. What are your favorite recipes? Then Mommy puts them in the big pot, Katie continued. We have to find it. Looks like Katie's getting some help from her dad. In went the apples, then the cinnamon and sugar, and finally the lemon juice. Dad turned on the stove. Soon the kitchen filled with the sweet smells of apples and cinnamon. Whenever I smell apples and cinnamon, that's exactly when I know it's time for Rosh Hashanah. That's the best smell of the new year. One taste and they knew we did it, Katie exclaimed. The next morning, Katie walked into her classroom, proudly carrying a tray of cups filled with applesauce. Thanks for your help, everybody, she said. This was an applesauce made by every single person in her class and in her community, from her rabbi and her principal. A few days later, on Rosh Hashanah, she filled Grandma's crystal bowl with applesauce and placed it in the center of the holiday table. When her mother arrived with Aunt Leah and her new cousin Will, that's pretty awesome, she hugged Katie close. Together they gazed at tiny Will. Then Katie led her mother to the table. "Oh my," was all her mother could say. Her father laughed. I bet her mom was really surprised that there was this huge, beautiful bowl of applesauce on the table. There was one more surprise. Katie reached into her pocket and pulled out a freezer jar filled with applesauce. Not for now, of course, but soon enough, Will would taste it and smile. They all would. Wow. Katie even thought about her little baby cousin Will. When he is ready to eat, she made him applesauce. Oh, and if you want, this is so great. If you want to make applesauce, here's the recipe. I'm going to share it with you, okay? The ingredients: 10 assorted apples, half a cup of water, half a cup of sugar, juice of half a lemon, and a generous sprinkle of cinnamon. You have to peel, core, and chop the apples, and a grown-up has to help you if you're going to use the stove or a sharp knife. You put in a saucepan the apples, the water, and the sugar. You bring that to a boil and simmer. While the apples are cooking, add the cinnamon and the lemon juice. Cook for about 20 minutes until the apples are soft. Remove from heat, and with a wooden spoon, mash the soft apples into a sauce. And then you chill before serving. P.S. Grown-ups, you can also use a food processor if you want it to be a smoother texture. Oh, that was such a great story. You know what I did not do? I didn't tell you who the author is and the illustrator. The author is Allison Sarnoff Sofer, illustrated by Bob McMahon, or maybe McMahon. I don't know. We'll see how they say their last name. Okay, friends, what did we learn from this story? I think we learned a few new things. First of all, when someone in our family started a tradition, and the tradition was making applesauce, we can take on that tradition for ourselves too and create something special. So one example that we have in our family that I wanted to share is that every single year we put out all different kinds of salt and pepper shakers that are in the shape of apple and honey. And it goes all over our, right where we put our Shabbat candles. And every year we add another salt and pepper shaker or something else in the shape of apples and honey so that we know it's time for the new year. I want you guys to spend some time with your family members and think about, what are your Rosh Hashanah traditions? What's something special that you do that you can add every single year and grow bigger and bigger and bigger so that one day you can have your own traditions with your own family. Something else we learned is that sometimes there are disappointments. Sometimes you plan something for one day, something gets in the way, and you got to figure out next steps. And that's exactly what Katie did. But you know what was really important? She didn't do it alone. She had her family, and she had her community and her synagogue to help her. And you also have your family and your community and your synagogue to help you and support you. So I just want to wish you a happy and healthy and joyous New Year. I can't wait to see you. Happy Rosh Hashanah. Shana Tova.
Oh, hi. Shana Tova, it's so good to see you. Happy New Year. I'm so excited to join you right here in Cone Chapel, in front of the Torah, to sing about one of my favorite holidays, Rosh Hashanah. I hope everybody had a great summer, so let's sing Shana Tova. Can you say those words? Shana Tova. Lishana Tova Tikatevu, Lishana Tova Tikatevu, Shana Tova Tikatevu. Oh, in Rosh Hashanah, there's so many great things that I want to do, but one of them is sing and dance. So get up, let's have a great time dancing with our favorite song, Hallelujah. You can jump like this, here we go. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Kol anshama tehallelujah. Hallelujah. Kol anshama tehallelujah. Hallelujah. One more time. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Is that your alarm clock? Where's that coming from? Oh, it's shofar time? Yay! We're going to sing a song about the shofar blast. And we're going to learn all the different notes that you need to know to hear this shofar. It goes like this. I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year. Now the first sound goes like this. Ready? Tikki-ya. You try that. Tikki-ya. Here we go. I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year. Shivarim is 3. Shivarim, like this. Shivarim, tikki-ya, tikki-ya, tikki-ya. Here we go. I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year. Teruah, teruah, you do that. Teruah, shivarim, 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 tikki-ya, tikki-ya, tikki-ya. I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year. Woohoo! We heard the shofar blast, and now yummy time for snacks on Rosh Hashanah. On Rosh Hashanah, we eat apples dipped in honey. Sing with me. Tapuchim udvash leRosh Hashanah. Tapuchim udvash leRosh Hashanah. Shana tova, shana metuka. Shana tova, shana metuka. Tapuchim udvash leRosh Hashanah. What were you dipping? Cantaloupe in syrup? No, like this. Apples dipped in honey for Rosh Hashanah. Apples dipped in honey for Rosh Hashanah. A good new year, a sweet new year, a happy new year, a good new year. Tapuchim udvash leRosh Hashanah. On Rosh Hashanah, it's always important to say the blessings that we have for doing something for the first time. This is a new special High Holy Day robe called a kittel. This is a new talit. What are you doing for the first time this Rosh Hashanah? And when you tell your family what that is, sing this blessing with me. Shehechianu. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Shehechiyanu v'kimanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. Sing that again. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Shehechiyanu v'kimanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. Amen. Here we go. Amen. I'm here in Cone Chapel, and it's my favorite place to pray. Let's do the Shema, and then we'll go look at the Torahs. Everybody take your shin, let's put it over our eyes, and say together. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 What does that mean? It means God, listen to us, and we, you know what we should do? We should also listen to God. So sing with me. Listen, Israel. Listen, Israel, Adonai, Adonai. Our God is one. Our God is one. Listen, Israel. Here we go. Listen, Israel, Adonai. Our God is one. Let's take a little trip to the ark. Come with me. We're getting closer, closer and closer. Now the doors are locked. You see? Oh, they're open. Maybe because we said the Shema. So let's open our ark and see the beautiful Torahs. Wow, they're dressed in red. But by the time we have our special Yom Kippur service, they'll be dressed all in white. Take a moment and whisper to the Torahs, what do you want in your special year ahead? Yeah? Torahs, can you hear our children? Yeah? Torahs, do you like to dance? You do? Okay, so let's go sing 2 special Torah songs on this holiday of Rosh Hashanah. First, our favorite one. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. A little Torah, I love you so. I want to hold you and never let you go. Round and around I dance with you. Hold you tight and kiss you too. A little Torah, a little Torah, a little Torah. I love you, oh yes I do. Oh, say shalom bimromav. Oh, yeah, say shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru, imru, amen. Yeah, say shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yeah, say shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya say shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya say shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya say shalom, Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. On Rosh Hashanah, we sing one of my favorite prayers of the year, Avinu Malkeinu. God is just like a parent to us, always watching over us every step of the way. Avinu Malkeinu. Sing with me. Avinu Malkeinu, Choneinu Vawaneinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Choneinu Vawaneinu, Ki ein banu maasim, Aseh imanu, Tzedakah v'chesed. Aseh imanu tzedakah v'chesed v'hoshienu. Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Choneinu v'awaneinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Choneinu v'awaneinu, Ki ein banu maasim. We're going to end the same way that we began, L'Shana Tova. It should be a happy and healthy new year for all of us. And one day soon, we're going to gather right here in Cone Chapel and sing and dance and have a good time together. Shana Tova, everybody. L'Shana Tova Tikatevu. L'Shana Tova Tikatevu. Shana Tova Tikatevu. La 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 la. And I can't go without singing all of your favorite song. It's called Bim Bam, but this time we're going to change the words. Don't say Shabbat Shalom Hey, say Shana Tova Hey. Sing with me. Bim Bam. Bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. La, 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 la. Bim, bam. Bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. Here we go. Shana Tova, hey! Shana Tova, hey! Shana, 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 Shana Tova. Shana Tova, hey! Shana Tova, hey! Shana, 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 Shana Tova. Shana, 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 Shana Tova. Shana, 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 Shana Tova. Shana Tova, hey! Shana Tova, hey! Shana, 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 Shana. In a whisper now. Shh. Bim. Bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam, la 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 la, bim, bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam. Shana Tova, everybody. It's time to blow the shofar. There are 3 blasts: Tikya, do, Shivarim. Do, 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 Tirua, do, 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 and the long one where we hold our breath, Tikya Gadola. Try it out. If you have a shofar at home, try it with me. Tikya. Ow, what happened? Let's try that again. Tikya. Shivarim. Tirua. Get ready, everybody. Tikya Gedola. Take a deep breath, nice and slow. Shana Tova.